Hi, I'm Bargain Counter Argument, also available on Instagram, also known as Sock Marionette, and I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara talking about books, libraries, and related topics. And this is another in my series of book unhauls, and they're book unhauls because I'm returning them to the library since I finished reading them. So, in no particular order, If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. Maybe if I put it on this side, there we go. This is a sort of modern day Cinderella retelling, except that the stepmother and the stepsisters are actually extremely supportive. And it has a kind of like reality TV show background, backdrop setting, kind of like The Bachelor, basically. It was fun. I had a good time with it. The Tiger's Woman by Celeste DeBlassie. I don't know how she pronounces it. This is a historical romance from 1981. It's set in San Francisco, Seattle, the San Juan Islands in starting from 1869 to about 1875. It's one of those days where my hair is just like, whatever, man. And this is like my fourth time rereading this. I reread this like every 10 years or so. My fourth or fifth time reading it. It came out in 1981 and I read it first time in 1983. So it's good. I like it. The Handyman by Bentley Little. This is horror. Like I said, these are not in any particular order. I always enjoy Bentley Little's writing. He's this author who takes something that is like an everyday annoyance and then it becomes like this eldritch abomination / cosmic horror kind of deal, and in this case it's a guy who doesn't do home repairs so great, but there might be a supernatural reason for that. Speaking of supernatural, we have historical fantasy Mortal Follies from Alexis Hall, and I really liked it, and I have the sequel Confounding Oaths out from the library, but I haven't read it yet. This is set in 1816 in the UK, so it's Regency with a supernatural element. It's sapphic and it's a good time, because Alexis Hall is usually a good time. Speaking of usually a good time, The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. This is a fast-paced Frida McFadden thriller, and in it the protagonist is the daughter of a famous serial killer who was known as the Handyman. No relation, but I thought it was fun, and I ended up reading them back to back and using them both in my Instagram photo for those books. Oh, hubba hubba. Okay, I have a couple of books from the Game Changer series by Rachel Reed. These are Hockey Romance, and these are not the discreet covers, so be warned. Okay, so that's Game Changer and Heated Rivalry, and Hockey Romance. In Game Changer, one of them is a hockey player, the other is not. And in Heated Rivalry, they're both hockey players. So, had a good time with those. I've been enjoying Rachel Reed recently, and I think other people would as well. Let's see. Okay, and for Valentine's Day, I did a whole vlog about this. I read 2 books titled Valentine, or at least I tried to. I read Valentine, a historical romance by Jane Feather, and Valentine, a psychological thriller about a woman with a stalker by Tom Savage. This one I ended up DNFing. If you want the details on that, I will link the vlog I did, and you can pursue that. But let's just say that the sexual politics in this book, gender politics and sexual politics in this book were not great even for when it was written, which is 1996. Probably even for when it took place, which was 1810? Yeah, 1810. So I got about a quarter of the way through it and then I DNF'd it. I'm going to try other books by Jane Feather though, because I think she's a good writer. I just really, really did not like her main male character. And then this psychological thriller with Stalker by Tom Savage, Valentine, was really, really good. I really enjoyed this. I was not familiar with Tom Savage before, but I will probably read more from him. Again, this was also published in 1996 or thereabouts. So, yeah, just, it was good. I liked it. And let's see, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. I think that's all of them because I have a whole bunch of books that I checked out for a live stream I did. For a live stream I did on the topic of books that would be good to read if you're trying to get into fantasy. So I didn't actually read these this time around. I just checked them out. And now so I'd have something to hold up during the live stream. And now I'm returning them. And so that includes Auto Magnifique by Emily Taylor. Emily J. Taylor. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Let's see. Gunslinger by Stephen King, which is kind of science fiction, fantasy, horror, adventure mashup. And a couple of nonfiction books. Mythos by Stephen Fry, which is about the Greek myths, how they continue to affect our culture to this day. And then one that I am going to talk about, which is the Atlas of Forgotten Places by Travis Elborough, because this is just such a wonderful book, and it is just different entries of places that have been abandoned for whatever reason. They weren't commercially viable anymore. There was an environmental catastrophe. I don't have my reading glasses, so if you can get your hands on this, I believe it's available on Kindle. I've never really looked at much in the way of illustrated works on Kindle, so I don't know how good that is, because it has photos of all of these places. That's actually a place called Santa Claus in Arizona, which had all of this. It was a roadside attraction, and then when people no longer used that road, they had to close down. Sorry, distracted by all the prettiness, because there's some really beautiful abandoned places. But so those are the books I'm returning this time around. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm not the boss of you, and I hope you have a good day or a good night.